What's going on, guys? This has been a heavily requested video, and from the looks of it, you can probably tell what it is. Today we're going to be reviewing the Nike Metcon 2s versus the Reebok Nano 6s. Ever since Nike created a CrossFit shoe, there's been a huge battle between these two brands to see who can make the best CrossFit shoe, right? And today we're going to take a look at them both and see which one truly is the best. Now, the way this review is going to work is we're going to start off by listing off the cold hard facts of each shoe. You know, what does this shoe offer compared to this shoe? And what has Nike done with their shoe versus what Reebok has done with theirs? And then we're going to end with my honest opinion of each shoe. And I've brought in a special guest to list off the cold hard facts. He's a genius. His name's Dale. Here he is. Is this thing on? Is it working? Dale here, coming at you live. Kevlar, boy, in my day we did rope climbs barefoot. Will you just tell us the facts, Dale? Chalk, boy, in my day mama told me rub some dirt in it. Dale, the facts. Oh yeah, sorry. Alrighty, boys and girls, here comes the cold hard facts. We gonna start with the Metcons. So this here is the Metcon 2, the predecessor of the Metcon 1. Nike has done a ton of great things with this here shoe. First off, it comes in weighing at 385 grams. Nike has included a plastic heel clip for all your handstand push-up needs. Man, them things are slippery as a whistle. And they've also improved the toe mesh so that you don't get those annoying rips in your mesh like you did on the Metcon 1. They also included the rubber insole for all your rope climb needs. This is how you do it, right? Okay, ladies and gents, stick with me. We're moving on to the Nano 6. Now with this here shoe, Reebok is taking her old school. Someone call me old. They brought back the look of the Nano 2s and kept their performance of the Nano 4s and 5s to make one freaking awesome shoe. This shoe comes action-packed with Kevlar technology. I don't know if you can read that right there, buddy, but Kevlar. This shoe comes weighing in at 380 grams. They also incorporated rope climb protection with what feels like to me sandpaper on the inside insoles of the feet. When comparing the price of these here shoes, the Nike Metcon comes in at $129.99 and the Reebok Nano 6 comes in at $129.98. Every cent matters now, you hear? This has been Dale Giltner coming at you live with the best shoe review. We'll see you later. Guys, I'm really sorry about him. He sent in a good resume. He sounded like he knew it was, he sounded like he knew what he was talking about, but I guess you saw what he was like. I'm sorry about Dale. Now we're gonna get into my honest opinion about each shoe. The first thing I want to talk about is the stiffness of each shoe. Now, when I first got the Metcon 2s, I noticed they are stiff as a board. Man, they're like almost like lifting shoes, and they feel like bricks on your feet. You're really stuck to the ground when you wear these shoes. Unlike the Nano 6s, where they're a lot more flexible, there's a lot more cushion, they're not as hard, they're not as stable to the ground. And I think the reason for that is this. Check out the difference in size between the Nike insert and the Reebok insert. I mean, look at that. It's at least like 1.5 inches difference. The Nike shoe insert is fat, super thick, and that makes it super stiff and board-like on your feet. If you wanna, you know, back squat in these, if you want to clean and jerk snatch, these are the shoes for you. Yes, they may not have a raised heel, but they are very stable to the ground. They have that huge insert like you just saw, and they're great for lifting. On the other hand, these Nano 6s are a lot more flexible. The insert is very thin, and they're a lot better for things like jumping rope, running outside, or any of those body weight type movements that don't really ask you to be stable on the ground at all times. The next really big difference that I saw between these two shoes is that the Nano 6s took almost no time to break in at all. Since these shoes are really stiff, like we just talked about, they took a while to break in, and after a long day of wearing these, you could definitely tell that your feet were a little uncomfortable. They were a little, you know, a little achy. Next, I want to talk about the rope climb protection on both of these shoes. These shoes come with like a sandpaper type feeling material on the inside of the soles so that the shoe doesn't get ripped up from rope climbs. And I've done rope climbs in them. Nothing has happened. They haven't gotten ripped. They look good as new, just like I hadn't even done rope climbs in them. But Nike claims to have this awesome rope climb protection when really it's all a lie. If you look here, you can see a rip right there on the shoe from rope climbs. I've done rope climbs in these shoes only 2 times, and already they've gotten that little rip on them. And literally the whole point of this is so that the shoe doesn't get bothered from the rope, doesn't get destroyed, and yet it got destroyed. What the heck, Nike? On that same subject, these Nano 6s, man, they're rugged. They stay together. Now with the Nike, they fall apart, man. I tell you, these shoes, they're not built well in my opinion. I have 2 friends that both got the Nano 2s, and they already, after like a month of wearing them, are starting to fall apart. Moving on, I want to talk about running. The Nano 6 takes the cake. Like I said, these shoes are like a board on your feet. They're stiff. I said they're good for lifting, which means they're probably not going to be good for running, which is true. All in all, aesthetically, I think the Metcon 2s take the cake. They look really good. Obviously these are my personalized Metcon 2s. I have K-Web on them for Chris Webster, and then my personal saying, GWI, stands for gotta want it. I say it every time before I go for a 1 rep max or something. You gotta want it. I don't know, just in my opinion, they look better than the Nano 6s. But obviously, as we know, looks aren't everything. We still want performance, and if you want a good performing shoe, all in all, you know, they're comfy for running, they'll be good for box jumps, you can still lift in them, you can do anything. The Nano 6 is your ticket. These shoes will not break down, they will not rip on you like the Metcon 2s. They'll stay together, they're rugged, they're awesome, they're really comfy, and yeah, it's tested time and time again. And right here, if you want the best performing shoe, I think you should get the Nanos. There's the review of the shoes. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, hit that like button if you did like it. Subscribe to the channel because there's a lot more great content than just shoe reviews. And I thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're thinking about whether to buy these or these, I really hope this video helps you make that decision a little more easy. All right, wish me luck. Go a little wider.